Hi everyone, and welcome back to Fully Playable Games. So on today's video we are going to be doing another limited run collector's edition review. And yeah, I have just received my latest collector's edition that I've had pre-ordered for a while. And I'm actually looking forward to getting into this, but I've got a bit of concerns. We'll get to that in a minute. And that is the Clock Tower Rewind collector's edition. So yeah, I've had this on pre-order for quite a while now, and I think this was one where it was originally meant to come in March, then it was pushed back to April, and I think it dispatched around the sort of 26th of April. So yeah, I will admit I have been getting really disappointed with a lot of the pre-orders that I've been doing, because I think originally I had it where I was going to be getting a new pre-order every month from January right the way through to May. That hasn't happened. Everything is being pushed back. So I think the worst one that I've had so far is the Tomb Raider 1, 2 and 3 remaster. I think originally that was meant to be out it was either January or February, and that's now been pushed back way till sort of like October. So yeah, it hasn't been good with the pre-orders that I've had done, but we've got one here. We are going to be diving into this today. So what we'll do is I'm going to switch over to the other camera, and then what we'll do is we'll actually get the box open, look inside, and actually see what comes in the collector's edition. Okay, so here we are. I've got the box set all set up on the desk. And I think before we get started, the one thing I've got to say is this is probably one of the worst packaged box sets that I've ever got. Now, I can't remember what I paid for this. I'll put it down here somewhere. But it was like probably about 140 quid roughly that I've paid for this. And you look at the shrink wrapping on it. It looks like someone has done a really bad reseal. That's when I first saw it, that's what I thought. Normally you get them and they're all sort of like they're tight, and yeah, this just looks like an absolutely awful reseal. So I'm hoping that this isn't a sign of things to come with regards to limited run. But yeah, was not impressed with the actual wrapping on. Now, if I was one of the people that buy this for a collection, like, well, no, I'm buying it for a collection, but if I bought it to keep it sealed, I would be extremely annoyed, because yeah, this is absolutely awful. But let's get rid of this awful shrink wrap, and hopefully it will look a bit better. So there we go. And that looks a million times better. Yeah. As I say, I think the actual box art on it is really good, and everything. But yeah, that shrink wrap just absolutely ruined it. And this is the back. So once again, we've got Way Forward, Capcom, Sunsoft. So you'll see here, this is what it says that's in there. I'm not going to go into that too much. We'll go into that once we get the box open. And yeah, this is obviously, it is the 16-bit version of the game that has been basically ported onto the PS5. And let's get the top open, and we'll actually get in and have a look at what's inside. So, what we'll do, I'm trying to think how to do this with not a lot of space. Right, so is there a... Okay, right, no, so first off, we have got the Clock Tower Rewind Tower statue. And let's get this out, and we'll have a look at this as we'll have a look at the different bits as we get to them. And I have... Well, actually, it's got some weight to it. So, yeah, it is impressive from that perspective. Definitely thought it would be bigger.
That's what she said.
But yeah, it's okay. It's not something I'm going to put on display. I will admit, so basically what it is it's actually a resin, whereas I thought it was going to be more of a sort of plastic sort of model sort of thing. But yeah, this is so basically it's a resin, and yeah, not quite what I was expecting, but yeah, it's an interesting one. Yeah, I don't really know what to say about that. And then, right, what else we got in here? So let's get these bits out. So I'm going to put, alright, so there's a couple of bits in here. So I'm going to put that back in the box. So we've got the actual game itself. I'm going to put that off to the side for a sec. And then we'll open that up. See, normally with the limited run games, there's some extra bits within. But we've got the sticker sheet. I think these are some posters. See if I can actually get them on display. Yeah, I can. They're not too big. So, it's a double-sided poster. So, once again, not something that I'm going to be sort of putting up on the wall. Then we've got the original soundtrack as well. So, I do have to admit, I have never played any of the Clock Tower games. So I know nothing about the series. I'm going into it completely fresh, picking this up. Then we've got a couple more bits. So we've got whatever that character is. Basically, this is a stress ball. And there's still some more. There's more bits in here. We've then got... there you go, it's resealable, so let's get this one out. If I can. There we go. So, there's a metal keyring, and once again, it has got some weight to it. I don't know what the significance of this is. As I say, once again, I don't know anything about the Clock Tower series. That was the big reason for picking this up, was because I wanted to sort of actually see what the game was like and what the game was about. Then we've got some little Perspex standees, I think they call them. Once again, so I think you've got the main character, which, as I say, don't know who the name, and then just behind that as well, you've also got, I think the guy that chases you is the Scissor Man. Is that what they called him? And then finally, there is, I don't even know what way up it goes. I think it's that way. Yeah, it's an enamel pin. So yeah, there's quite a lot in here. I think that's everything that's in the box. And then with the actual game itself, so it is just the disc and the manual in here, I think. Yeah. But what you will notice is that the cover art is reversible. So let's have a quick look. So that is the cover art as it comes. And then you've got the alternative front cover. I'll be honest, I will probably stick with that cover. And yeah, just sort of keep it as is. So yeah, that is everything that comes in the box. I don't know. Obviously, I like things like this. I've always liked collecting sort of stress balls and stuff like that. See, the actual character itself, I know nothing about, so that doesn't mean a lot. Soundtrack, I love soundtracks. Whenever I can get a gaming soundtrack, I'll always pick them up. Posters and stickers, they're just things that will always stay in the box for me. The standees, once again, not something that I'll put on display. Bit different if I got to the point where I was actually able to make like a clock tower themed shelf, for example. Then something like that would be good to put on there. I'm impressed with the keyring. I think it's really well made. As I say, really heavy. It probably weighs sort of probably just under a kilo. No, not that heavy. About 800 grams probably, something like that. But as I say, it is quite weighty. And then the actual clock tower resin. Yeah, as I say, it was not what I was expecting. I was expecting more of a sort of plastic sort of house, and definitely expecting it to be bigger. That was, yeah. I think when the actual box arrived in the post, I sort of saw the size of it, and I'm like, well, that tower's probably not going to be anywhere near what I thought it was. And what I'll do is I'll put a picture of the actual limited run. The limited run photo from the website. And okay, so we're all set up on the PS5. I've got Clock Tower installed now, and yeah, we're just going to dive straight in. So as I said before, I have never played any of these games, so I know vague little bits, but not a massive amount. So I'm just going to adjust my volume. So I've noticed that Limited Run have been doing this as well. They've also been incorporating their logo into the sort of the game, the actual games themselves as well. I will admit, it would be really cool if this was the art style for the whole game. If I'd actually sort of updated it. But yeah, as I say, the graphics are what they are. Oh, there was a bit of a sort of a hard stop there with the music, wasn't there? Alright, let's have a quick look what's in extras. So, end credits, the intro scene, motion comics. So these are obviously stuff that you'll unlock as you're playing. Image gallery, how to play, commercial sample demo. Let's have a quick look at that. Is this the like a TV advert from Japan? Or is this the original trailer for the original game? So I think originally it was released on PS1, was it? I can't read Japanese, so I've got no clue what's going on. Sample games. Okay, don't know what that is. Don't know how to get out of it either. I have no clue. What was that meant to be, a demo that was originally released or something like that? Right, let's see. No, I don't want to. I want to actually get back to the main game now. Right, let's. No, I don't want trophies. Right, let's go back. And we'll restart it. So, a bit of bad design there. The fact that you go into this section and you can't then get back. Right, let's quickly skip forwards. Right. And then I think the only other thing in here was licenses, which is fine. Music player. Right, so this is basically going to be the stuff that is on the soundtrack, plus some extra stuff. Okay. Right, let's get in and start the game. So we've got rewind. Alright, the original Clock Tower. Played the enhanced version featuring quality of life updates and content restored from the first Fear edition of Clock Tower. Yep, let's go for that. Yep, save the game. Right, so move left and right using L1 and R1. The D-pad, you move the cursor. Right, so triangle is stop, square is confirm, circle is the item button, and X is panic. When Jennifer is in crisis, mash the panic button to help her. This can only be used in desperate moments as it consumes a lot of stamina. Okay, let's dive in and have a look. So I will admit, I am really happy that this has been sort of re-released. I know, I think with with Clock Tower itself, it's the original. I think it's a original PS1 game is quite expensive now. I think it's like well over £100. So yeah, it's good that it has been re-released. Oh, okay. So, right. It was September when Jennifer and her friends, who were all raised in orphanage, received an offer to be adopted. This is how it all started. Okay, so this seems to be following that bit that we saw. Okay, yeah, so this is the translated version of what we saw with that demo production sort of sample thing that we looked at a minute ago. See it from here. There it is. So wait, if that is the essential clock tower, that looks very different from the resin that we've got. prologue, motion comic scene A unlocked. Okay. Now, wait a minute, I didn't know that it was sort of point and click. I wonder what kind of person Mr. Barrows is. Right? Yeah. Tell you what, can you? Yeah, so we can, so with the shoulder buttons, you don't have to do the actual sort of point and click. Okay, so just by clicking the button once will move the character to the next point, wherever that will be. Oh, what did I do? Okay, so R2 pauses the game. So what we got? Screen size full, filter off, filter CRT, border off. So yeah. So what? Yeah, I'll leave border off actually. So that's obviously what I needed to press to get out of that sort of production sample. There we go, back to the game. So literally, if you press the trigger buttons, the character will just keep on walking. So I don't know what I'm meant to be doing. I spoke to those two. Alright, so that's basically what you do. So you've got the L1 and R1 will move the character. Then triangle will stop. I do not know what I need to be doing. Oh, there we go. Right, so that's what I needed to do. So now I've done that, I can walk off to the side and hopefully, yeah, there we go through the door. So can I... Yeah, go upstairs. If you think though, these are sort of like 1995 graphics. It's actually not bad for that sort of time. Right, now can I go down this way? Nope, because she just stops in the wall. Have a look. Guarantee you there's nothing up here. Or there's that. But we did get a trophy. I will admit, what we will do, before I wrap up as well, we will go out and have a look at what trophies you can earn in the game. So I think we've already, is it 2 or 3? I think we've already unlocked. So potentially it could be one where the trophies come thick and fast. So I'm hoping that I can get back through that other door then, because yeah, apparently there's nowhere else to go in here. Alright, so we want to go this way. Okay, right, that's fine. So I will admit, actually getting the interaction, like the cursor to change to the interaction, the interactive bit, is very fine. There's a very small area. That's what we got. There's a large crack in the wall. It looks like it could collapse at any minute. These are lattice windows. Probably says the same thing. Yeah. The lights are off. I wonder where the switch is. Yeah, that's not a creepy picture in the background, even pixelated. So it looks like it's going to be... Ah, there's the switch. Okay, so you can't interrupt part way through. So just then, just before we walked through the door, I clicked the light switch, and yeah, the character just carried on. Right, okay. So looking in mirrors is bad. Fair enough. Not a game for people that are vain. And does it take us right the way back? Continue? Okay. Alright, so what have we got? So I thought then for a minute that it was going to take us right the way back and we're going to have to start again. Wow, that's not annoying at all, is it? So it just seems like that everything in this house is against me. What we got? Oh, I got the interaction thing up a second ago. Okay, don't know why it's clicked to go through here. Right, let's see if we can turn a light switch on. Light switch is broken. Okay. Okay, not too sure. Can't see anything interactable in here. Obviously, we've just done the sink. Okay, sheer terror. First fear. So this is where we first see the Scissor Man, I think it's called. I think with this, we can't actually defeat him. We've literally just got to run. Is he behind us or is he in front of us? Oh, he's behind us. So, is this... So how do we lose him? I mean, I've just cornered myself, haven't I? So I'm using the... Alright. Okay, so you've got a bit of pushback, but nothing major. So obviously he's now following. I was like, I thought he was only going to walk along that corridor. So how do we lose him, or is it just a case of now he's following us until we can get out? Alright, so we've got another scene. Can we hide? Is that what it is? You lock the door. Oh, okay. So yeah, we can hide, lock ourselves away, and then it sort of gives us basically a break from it. Okay, so there's that. Let's go back this way, and then I want to see where else we can actually go. Right, so it looks like we can get through that door. So it seems to be that most of the doors are opened. But, yeah. So, let's... don't know, I didn't want to do that. Right, where's this phone? Let's try this one quickly. This door is locked. Okay. I will admit, I've got to do a bit more looking into it. So I don't even know what the premise of the game is. Like, are we trying to escape the mansion? What are we actually trying to achieve? I will say, though, right, so if you look down, you probably can't see it behind me. So let me just turn off the webcam for a sec. So you see that the character down in the bottom left corner has now got a blue background, whereas originally that was red. So that is obviously your stamina meter. So if it's red and then I tried to defend myself again, it probably wouldn't work. Whereas because I've now let the character sort of sit and settle, their sort of stamina's raised or their stress levels reduced. So yeah, that's quite a good mechanic. Once again, though, there was no description as to sort of what we needed to do. And yeah, don't get me wrong, I know games of this era didn't have that, but I'll tell you what, let me switch back to the other camera. Where is it? Do you know what? I have not actually set up. I've recently set up a new OBS to capture this. I've not actually set it up with just webcam. So, yeah, we'll have to stick with this view. So, yeah, I have... obviously, games of this era, they never really held your hand. It was a case of, here's the game, get on with it. But, yeah, I would admit, I don't even know what the premise of the game is. So if we look on the back of the box, 16-bit nightmare returns, run, hide and survive, turn back the clock of this survival horror genre, translated and released outside of Japan for the first time. Clock Tower Rewind, choose from the original mode, multiple endings, new animated opening. So yeah, I don't really know what the premise of the game is, but what I did say we would do before we wrapped up the video is we would jump back and actually have a look at the trophies. So let me just move my webcam over to the other side so that we can actually see. So we have got, what we got? We have got 27 trophies. The platinum is obviously obtain all the trophies. How did they get in here? So no, it doesn't give me hidden reveal. Experience a ghostly encounter. Defeat the parrot. How do you defeat? Okay. So we've unlocked a couple obviously so far. Witness a death that could have been avoided. Make use of the rope. Destroy a ghostly doll. Defeat an undead threat. So there seems to be, then, reading these trophies, a lot more than I just thought that it was just you trying to sort of escape from the Scissor Man. Discover the barrow's secrets from an unexpected source. Survive an encounter with David Barrows. Survive the final encounter with Mary and Bobby Barrows. Abandon your friends. And all endings. Have all endings cleared in the endings list. So I'll tell you what, actually, let's go back and see if... Right, if we quit and go back, I swear I saw something about endings. Maybe not. I don't want to start a new game. Did I not save it? Ah, damn it. Hey, confirm. And obviously take us to the other menu inside the game. There we go, endings list. So what we got? A, B, so what we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's 8 different endings, but it doesn't give us any insight as to what those endings are. So yeah, that is something to look into. So yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort of wrap the video up there. Overall, what do I think of this collector's set? I will be honest. I'll tell you what. Let me actually. What I'm going to do? No, I'm not. I'm not going to muck about with the settings in OBS. So what have we've had? This will be our third collector's edition that we've had recently. So we had Rocket Knight Adventures, Rugrats, and then this. I think that is it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that those are the limited run ones that we've had. I think out of them all, this was the out of all 3 that we've had so far, I think this is the one that I would have said I would have probably skipped out on buying the collector's edition and just got the game. Yeah, there was nothing in there majorly of interest to me. I think as well, because I was expecting the actual clock tower model to be a bit more substantial than what it was. But yeah, it is what it is. I have got, as I say, I have still got, I think I've got another 3, maybe 4 collector's editions pre-ordered. So as they arrive, I will be doing reviews on them and everything. But yeah, I'm definitely interested to play this a bit more. I want to see a bit more into it, and I want to actually just learn a bit about the background of the game as well, because as I say, I'm going into this knowing absolutely nothing about it. So yeah, that is going to probably be it for the video. But before you head off, if you did enjoy the video, don't forget to hit that like button, and if you're not already, smash that subscribe button and ring the bell to be kept up to date when I upload new videos. And yeah, with that said, thank you so much for watching today. Really hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you on the next one. Alright, bye!